Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope your day's been going grand. All right, so we got Mercury going direct tomorrow. Yes, finally, it's about dang on time, y'all. So when I was setting up my cards to get ready to sage them, this was mixed in with another deck, Remembrance. And what I got from that, let me leave that right there. What I got from that is that that was, and it was face up too. It was a whole completely different deck, a completely different deck. Um, what's going on with that card? You may be a life path 11, a life path 2, a life path 22 or 33. I'm getting Master Ascendant vibes. You feel me? Master Ascendant vibes coming down with the 11 in remembrance. So your third chakra, your crown chakra, solar plexus, sacral, heart, throat, all of it is lining up completely, as well as your earth star chakra. Know that you will be getting so many downloads coming on, and they have already started. As of I'm recording this. Okay, in the U.S. it's still Thursday. In South Africa it is um, Friday already. So I'm recording this technically early Friday morning. And what's going on? I'll flip these cards over in a second because they're still giving me messages about this. So what's going on with these is that you are starting to connect with your ancestors. Because I kept hearing, do this in remembrance of me, do this in remembrance of me. And Jesus is a prophet, as well as a ancestor and a master ascendant. So you are paying homage and reverence to your ancestors, to your spiritual path, to your calling for the information and downloads that you have been getting, the protection, the insights, the foresights, the awakening. You may have started feeling, started getting a lot of headaches, lightheadedness. You've been getting lightheadedness, chills, just randomly in the middle of nowhere. I mean, full fledged, like whole body, like did knock the table. Sorry. We be talking about those type of chills. Slides over so y'all can see the beautiful images on that. Chills, headache. You feel a lot of tingling going around your crown chakra. The chill will start from the base of your spine at your tailbone, moving all the way up. It'll go through your back. That's your Kundalini awakening. That's what I'm talking about. That's some beautiful stuff right there. Oh, yeah, that makes sense because all the colors and everything. And know that this is a form of purification for you as well. So this awakening is not just awakening; it is also purification. And this is to get you more in line with your life path, as well as the last reading last week was Remember Me. Well, okay. That was not the last reading. The last reading was Remember Who the You Are. Okay. Remember me. So your higher self is saying, Remember me. Remember me, your true self, your whole full-fledged authenticity and sovereignty and alignment. Just everything. Your divine self. The highest form of yourself is saying, remember me. Hey, hello, yes, I'm here. Do this in remembrance of me. Walk your life path, walk your purpose, walk in your calling, your soul path, and do it with confidence because know that you are protected. You got Archangel Michael, see the blue around, and then Archangel Raphael as well. And then anytime you have Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, you dang old sure got Archangel Gabriel chilling. And I'm also saying Archangel Raziel. So yeah, you're getting a lot of information, a lot of divine downloads and guidance So, all right, let's go ahead and go into the overall energy. But hurry off of that one card. It'll give you all something else to look at. All right, so for the overall energy, we have go with the flow, let go, cleansing, receive, clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust. So with go with the flow, go for the flow. Okay. So not only are you going with the flow and allowing things to happen, you are also going for the flow. You are also seizing the opportunities that do come about that are for you to take action on. And with Mercury going retrograde, by the time y'all see this, on this lovely Friday, we're going to look, today is Good Friday. Because Mercury went direct. Um, so with Lord have mercy, with go with the flow and go in the flow. You are doing both, which is very balanced. It's difficult to just be in one of those energies at a time, let alone be able to embody both of those simultaneously because they're both happening right now at the same time. And yes, they're the same right now. Because okay, that's I've never said that in a reading before. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on. Like literally, like yeah, between Thursday and Friday. Oh, and they're also saying nope, give it all the way up to Sunday. Okay, so give it up to Sunday. Oh yeah, because yeah, there's a very rare astrological transit that is occurring. If you want to know what's going on throughout the week, even the past days from Tuesday all the way up until Monday of next week, go ahead and hop on the stories on my oh Lord shit, I call them stories. I haven't posted on my shorts the weekly transits and everything that's been going on and what's been taking place. But with going with the flow, both of those things are happening. You are getting this divine inspiration, this clairvoyance, knowing what to move on and what not to, and just allow it to happen and take place. Know that through this, going with the flow, you are also having moments of reflection. You're taking time to be with yourself, truly hearing yourself and your guides as well. You are nurturing and growing and developing you, your life path, your calling, your purpose, your mission, your higher self merging in with your 3D self on a grander scale. And this will create changes that leads to spiritual completions. Number 7. All right, for clairvoyance, we have inspiration, interpretation, and trust. With your clairvoyance, trust does come along when your clairs activate, especially clairvoyance, because now you have that you have foresight as well as discern. And so a lot of times, okay, so what I'm getting is this is definitely for some of the people that's been on the journey just a little bit longer. For those of y'all that are new on the journey, hey, welcome. It will not be all rainbows, butterflies, sunshines, and skittles all dang on day. There's some other stuff that happens. You go through dark nights of the soul, you heal, you transform, you grab that wisdom, you integrate it in yourself, those lessons that was learned, and you grow, you develop, you gain the experience that coincides with the clairvoyance. For those of you that are a little bit more seasoned on this journey, you know, all of us aunties and stuff, and then what the young kids say, aunties and unks, and yeah, so all of us aunties, this clairvoyance and this inspiration and trust, this strengthening of your clairs, trusting your clairs will allow you to be able to trust things external to yourself a bit more, because I'm not necessarily feeling full-fledged trust issues, but some stuff has happened where you hesitate. You're like, you give me that side eye a little bit, maybe even a lot of bit sometimes, but ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, absolutely nothing wrong with that. By doing that, You are taking that moment to consciously, in that present moment. So, for one, you're present. And then you are taking something from your subconscious, bringing it fully into your consciousness and awareness, and being able to actually, in that moment, use discernment along with your clairvoyance, which is giving you that trust and the interpretation of the signals and signs and symbols and synchronicities and language, body language, actions, words, whatever's going on in that moment, in that place. And as well as your clairvoyance allows you to get inspired because you get downloads, you get channel messages, you get a whole lot of synchronicities, especially with the numbers. Especially with the numbers. You didn't seen triple numbers so that you don't check them at all. That was that's one of the lyrics in one of Nico's songs. Which one was it? Yo, which one was it? Drop it in the comments. I forgot. But I know it was a lyric specifically from their songs. Pardon me. Lord have mercy. My apologies. They, them, and their. Get the pronouns correct. From one of their songs. And they're saying that they're so aligned with the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that they don't even have to check what those numbers mean because you know by heart. Like it's now you just noticing you're like 333 again, 222 again, and yes, you smile. You don't. It's not like you're ungrateful for them. You take it. You're just like okay. Now you're getting more used to. Well, you are used to it, but you're at the point where you're like, okay, so I seen this, this, and this is gonna happen. You know the steps, and it's like breathing now. You don't think about it. It's like breathing, as well as with gaining that trust and being able to be in that present moment and utilize your discernment and your clairvoyance at the same time. The same thing is taking place there. And you have 35, so that is balancing your 3D reality, your mental state, and your emotional state all at the same time. Your personal trinity, which then creates changes, which trainings. Yeah, experiences can be seen as a form. All right, sorry y'all. I had to delete some stuff. My space was full. Okay, so as I was saying, that brings you to your changes. Now, these changes is going to lead to infinite numbers of opportunities. 8. It's going to also open up, and I say infinite opportunities and blessings because 8, turn to the side, is the affinity sign. And it's also very extremely balanced. That's being able to balance your masculine and your feminine energies as well to be able to have those opportunities. That opportunities just come. So you can never technically miss out on what's for you. You know, you can never miss out on what's for you. You might run into it early, you might run into it late. However it comes. I mean, and I'm saying late as in like, you've been waiting, you've been ready for it, and you got to a point of being impatient. That type of, okay, yeah, you won't be, you won't necessarily have that like, oh my God, like I missed it, I'm late, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and catch up. No, because you're always where you need to be. But I mean late as in for you on your own timing. You're sitting here like, okay, I've been manifesting this, where is it? Is in the process of materializing. As well as with the 8, you also are going to open up your own personal limitlessness. You're actually really, truly not just being aware of it and knowing it and understanding it, but embodying it and displaying it. The fact that you are limitless. Because we are all made in the image of God. And God cannot be put in a box in any type of way. And that's bringing me back to the remembrance. So with that, because I kept hearing "do this in remembrance of me." So you might have came from a Christian or Catholic background, picking up strong Christianity and Catholic background. So paying homage to your ancestors for you was something that was looked at as being a negative thing. But if we're all children of God, we're all made in the image of God, then Jesus is the ancestor too. So you're paying homage, you're paying respect, you're developing a close bond with your ancestors. You're developing a personal relationship. Like they did say, because I grew up Christian as well. Have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Heard it every day. I was literally at church every day, y'all. Every day. Monday through Monday. I could tell y'all the whole schedule still. But they also had it where, you don't dabble in that. It's negative. But you're starting to really embody that limitlessness. And as well as while you're embodying it, you are also seeing that same limitlessness in God, because that's where it originated. God can work through anything and everything. Anything and everything. Many times you hear people say, "Oh, tarot's evil," and da da da. This. It depends on who you connected to. You gotta know who you connect, who the hell you connected to, talking to, what portals you open, and all of that. You better protect yourself, align with your guides, but that takes that personal relationship to be able to do that, to be able to sit and talk to them, like you talking to your best friends. That's literally how I talk to my guys now. Like I'm talking to my best friends, because I can say for me they are. It should be that type of relationship. Like that is your best friend, your family, yeah, your spiritual team, because that's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are there for. But you're not putting limits on yourself, on your opportunities, on who it is that you are, where you're going, what could be the past, present, or the future. Because so many things, we reinvent the past, present, and the future. People say, "Oh, you can't go back and change the past." Actually, yeah, you can. For you, you could gather wisdom, you could gather insight, information, knowledge that is not only important for you, but for others as well. People's paths that you may come across. And to be honest, it's not even a may. You will. And you're going to realize, oh, that experience was not in vain. All that pain and tears and crying and hurt and sorrow was not in vain at all. No, it wasn't. Because now it is completely different. Okay, so when I served in the military, one of my drill sergeants had said, a lot of people don't, because we were talking about, what is the difference between being an officer and an NCO, which is a non-commissioned officer. So like a sergeant versus a captain. And the main difference is that, to be flat out honest, they went to college and, of course, officers training school. But they had the education behind it. The education. They're not on the battlefields. They just have the education. They don't have the application. It's a difference between education and application. They have to learn how to apply what they've learned. You, on the other hand, through experience as a non-commissioned officer, basically non-commissioned versus commissioned basically mean, because I heard someone ask, okay, what's the difference between commission and non-commissioned? Commission, money. That's it, literally. And as you move up in rank, you don't really necessarily have to do too much of anything, to be honest. I mean, look, I'm calling it how I see it. You really don't have to do too much of anything in comparison to a non-commissioned officer. That means you're going to get commission whether you're doing anything or not. Non-commissioned officers, they got to put in some hard work, some grit. They got to go through the experiences. And that's the main difference, is that you don't only have the education, you have the experience. And you gain the experience before you even had the knowledge or education. So not only do you have the experience, you have the wisdom from the experience that you actually went through, came out of, and are where you are right now to come across whomever you come across. That you're able to assist with your expertise because you have the experience. You have applied it. You have applied things and tried and be like, okay, you know what? That doesn't work. But you know what? It might work for them. So I'm going to offer and be like, it didn't work for me, but it might work for you. But this is what worked for me. And da 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 this and da da this, and go on and on and on and on. And then you are able to later on, through your clairvoyance and just going with the flow, being able to gain that education and the knowledge that goes right along with it on a deeper level. So now you got the whole package. Now, when I was shuffling this deck, these cards came out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get on into this because, Lord, we are in, what, 20 minutes? All right. So we have the Five of Wands that came out upright. And clarify the Five of Wands. Ooh, Ace of the Cups in reverse. So there was some battles, some conflicts. You end up losing out. And it hurt you deeply on an emotional level because it's the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Through conflict, fighting, hurt, pain, arguing. Like, yo, look at that. They going at it. They going in. But also at the same time, you was going in too. And regardless of the fact that even though this is here, you're still going to be moving forward. Yeah, it took you some time. The Ace of Cups in reverse, that's some deep energy to come out of. That's some deep energy to come out of. You know, your cup is empty. Turn it up right so y'all can see it. So the cup is empty, but yet not fully. Because you see the sphere that's inside, well, on the outside behind it. You know that you need to refill yourself. You need to replenish yourself because whatever happened affects you on a deep emotional level. With it in reverse, your cup is empty from all that fighting, from the conflict, from the drama, from the chaos, confusion. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, we're not doing all that. I'm gonna take these two cards as I see them. No, but we're not gonna do that. And it put you, but I'm gonna say it put you. No, it did not put you in a hangman energy. It actually took you out of it. So, okay. So with the Ace of Cups in reverse under the Five of Wands and then Hangman, whatever this emotional turmoil, and I mean it was tumultuous. Don't get me wrong. It was tumultuous. It brought you out of this Hangman energy. You was feeling stuck. You was feeling confused. You were kind of in between two worlds at a time. Because how I'm seeing it. Okay, so this is the Hangman upright. It came out like this. It came out in reverse. The man standing up. But the light that you have gained, the healing, apparently 6 hours is not enough to be ahead of to beat Mercury going direct in the States. Cause I had to delete some more stuff off my video thing. So anyway, back to this. Going through this fight gave you the insight and the clarity to be able to come out of this hangman. You were in between two worlds because if you see from when it's like this, it looks like two doors, two different portals. You have a choice. And the hangman, it's undecided. But with it in reverse, it's like those two options, the things that you were battling between. And it was and something that deals with emotions, a heart-centered situation. So it could be a job, it could literally be anything, something that you were truly connected to. But that wisdom that you gain, and then the protection that you have around you, that light actually is uplifting you. See, like he's on his he on his damn thumb toes. Yeah, I call him thumb toes, but he is though. Just like that, like that's one of the ballerina poses. I don't know about y'all, but everybody just can't do that. But the light is holding him up. So it's not just him doing that off of his own strength, it's the light. And he sees the limitless, the opportunities, the potential. Now that you're out of that hangman energy. And that was because you went with the flow and you used your clairvoyance. So you knew that this was going to happen. You foreseen this, but you also foreseen the fact that you were going to come out of something way better than it would be worth the fight. It would be worth the fight. You would come out of something and go and be in a state that's way better than what you were previously in. Then you have the King of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're pretty much you're just going with the flow, even though your cup was empty. So like she's embracing herself. She's filling up her own cup. So you're not looking to battle and fight other people and situations, places, and things to be able to have your cup filled. You know how to fill in your own cup. And people, places, and things that are not refilling your cup, and you're filling those cups, that's unequal. That's an unequal state of balance. So with that, you're also going with the flow. You're using your clairvoyance and your discernment to be able to trust yourself that you are making the right decisions, because you've already been through the battles. You have the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience to the point where you're just like, okay. And you just sit back and you go with the flow, and if shit's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen, and if it don't, then it don't, and it is what it is. You just have this it is what it is attitude. You're taking life, it is what it is. But yet also at the same time, not to the point where you're naive or being reckless, or just kind of like not caring, because you have the Page of Swords in reverse. The pages are, it's at the beginning. You're a baby. So, and you got to think about it, toddlers, babies, when they, things don't happen, you're not doing all that. You are literally just going with the flow without none of the reactions and responses you've had before in the past that you have grown out of. You're like, I grew out of that. I'm not a child anymore. I don't, for what? I don't have to cut you down. I don't have to do shit. I'm just gonna sit here and go with the damn flow, because it is what it is, and the only thing that I can control is me. That's where you are right now. That's the only thing I can control, and reflect and allow changes to happen and take place, because change is the only thing that is constant in this world, and it's going to lead me to some form of spiritual completion. You don't know the who, what, when, where, why, or anything in between. You just like, I know it's going to lead me to a spiritual completion, an awakening, something better. And you just know it because you're clairvoyant. And that's how you're interpreting the situation. Because this it could have happened before in the past. It could be going on right now. It could be about to happen. But that's how you are, and or you will interpret that situation when that comes about. That, you know what? And with any situation where there's some type of conflict or any type of negativity, you're not looking at the cup half empty. You're now at the same time, you're calling it for what it is. Oh yeah, you definitely are. You are calling it for what it is, but you're not. You're calling it out for what it is. You're realizing the truth, but at the same time, you're not hung on to it. You're not clinging to it. You're not, you're just like, it literally is what it is. And I know I've been saying it, but that's literally what I'm picking up. It is what it is. Go ahead. So then we have the Knight of Wands. Clarify this. We got 3 cards that came up with this Knight of Wands. What's going on with this Knight of Wands? So the clairvoyance, you have the Knight of Wands. With your trust, you at the same time you're ready to go. You're ready to make a move. You've been in this energy for a while. You realize the cups were heavy. Oh, okay, so this is something that happened in the past. Or if it is something that has not happened and will occur, then by the time you get to this point, it will be something that had happened in the past. And this is how you are reflecting on it. This is how, when you take your time to reflect and just review things in your life for your personal growth and development, you're not looking at the cup half empty. You're looking at every situation, the good, the bad, the ugly, the negatives, and all that in between, as half full, because you've come to a point to realize that anything and everything that happens in life happens for a reason. You might not know anything and everything right then and there, but eventually you will. Why? Because it has. You prayed about it. You asked your questions, patience, time, you healed, and you got your answers. You had the understanding, you had the awareness, you had the insight, you got to see all the things that was going on that you saw, but at the same time ignored. Because like I said, I feel like this is about, some of us aunties and unks up in here. The little bit of little season. I think I got some seasoning on you in the spiritual realm. So when it came out, we had the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So with the Knight of Wands, you're no longer carrying burdens, hurt, pain, shame, resentment, anger, fear, hate. I know people are like, oh, you're not supposed to hate. You do. You can't hate. You just got to heal from it. Just a stronger emotion. There's nothing wrong with feeling your emotions that you have. Every emotion that you have is valid, completely valid. It's just how you use that. How are you using that hate? Are you attempting to transmute it, or are you attempting to cause harm? Because all this is going to do is create a karmic circle. And you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you are truly taking the time out to really, truly harness the energy of the Knight of Wands. Because the Knight of Wands is fast. And these changes, this transformation that is happening, the understanding. So when you came out of all the hurt and pain and everything, you took time out from everything to be able to do that. All 3D, you had to. You kind of really didn't have a choice. They put you in that place so you could come out of that, so you can give your gifts, your clairs, your insight, your discernment, and being able to trust yourself. And now that you do, it's like this situation allowed that, and it happened very quickly. And even the healing process, because you have the Knight of Wands, so the healing process happened very quickly, because underneath the Knight of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So that even though things may be imbalanced and you're not able to do anything externally, in the external world, that's kind of, I won't say it's chaotic. It's just it's unbalanced. But there's nothing you can do right now. But that there's a reason why it's unbalanced. Because you have the knowledge and the insight about it. So what's going on here? Hold on, what's going on with these three cards? All right, Father, Mother, God, what's going on with these three cards? The Five of Swords. Yeah. And you had what? The Five of Swords, the Five of Wands was over here. Yeah. Let me show you these cards. I'm sorry, I got them down here. And y'all probably looking like, well, I can't see the card. So you have the Five of Swords in reverse. Now you're coming out of this winter. You're coming out of this form of hibernation, this death, this rebirth, this transformation that happened, that occurred. In my head, Scorpio, in your chart, Capricorn. Aquarius. Check your Neptune. See where Neptune is at. What's going on? The six of swords. I almost said six. So, with awakenings that's coming on, with the transits that's been going on, you could experience some awakening sickness. You know, not necessarily, I won't say like sick, but like awakening sickness, because that's what it is. Headaches, dizziness, you know, the things that was mentioned in the beginning of the reading. And with the Six of Swords in reverse, so right now the Six of Swords has like a bridge. You ain't trying to form no bridges. Oh, I didn't even see that card. When did that card come out? Did y'all see when this fall out? So it's the Lovers. All right, so it said that makes sense. It said the bridges. Okay, so this is romance. So you got the Lovers. You got the Lovers, and it came out upright. But you have the Six of Swords in reverse, and you see the bridge. You ain't trying to make no bridges with nothing that's going to go on back and lead to all types of hell, chaos, and high water. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, okay, there's two cards here in the deck, so y'all can see that's upright. So we're going to go ahead and take these. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. So everything externally is in reverse right now at the moment. And you have the Four of Cups. You got two cups spilled over, but yet you still got two cups. And you're taking your time. Even though you have this fiery, burning passion, you are taking your time. Everything that happened, you're taking your time to be able to be with you. Like they're sitting by the river, chilling. You know, so water might be a special place for you. Being out in nature, being by trees, being in grass, reconnecting, grounding, cleansing, healing, breathing in that prana. As Infinite Waters say, that good ass prana. It's a channel on YouTube. I came across the channel like 10 years ago when I had I call it my reawakening. Very interesting channel, very knowledgeable. I haven't seen it in Lord Jesus in years, so at least back then. I can't speak on it now. Haven't seen it, don't know. But they're chilling, they're at peace. I'm not picking up a sorrow. Like they kind of have that Mona Lisa smile. Where like, are they smiling? Are they sad? Are they not? What's going on? You know. So it's you're feeling everything. You're allowing yourself to feel, which is very healing and healthy. Because a lot of times you hear, we don't, and I can't do this, and but no, all these negative things about emotions, when emotions is one of the vehicles that allow for manifestations to happen. It is the gasoline or petrol that moves manifestations. Something just actions and thoughts without any emotions is hell is dead. Like it emotions is what makes us alive. You need both. You can't have just one or the other. You need both. Because your masculine energy is what gets the thing moving. Your feminine energy is what creates it and births it. So, no, you need both, and you need those emotions. So you're processing and healing those emotions. You realize, yes, 2 cups on the ground. Yeah, you sad about those 2 cups, but at the same time, you're happy about the 2 cups that still standing. So, Mona Lisa smile. All right. So that was going on in that situation. All righty. Okay, now I'm going to get another scenario. So now, if you still are in a commitment, you're trying to figure out why everything just kind of just fell apart. Why was everything so imbalanced in the 3D when it comes to the material side? Because that's what the pentacles are. Money, materials, and things like that. And you're not a materialistic person, because if you were, you would be pissed off that these 2 cups are knocked over. You wouldn't even You wouldn't have them on a list of smile of like happy and sad. No, you wouldn't be processing your emotions. And it's going to keep leading to unbalances until you get to a point where you didn't have enough is a damn enough. Knight of Pentacles. You are going to move forward, but you're taking that time out with the Hierophant to just be with yourself. But if you don't, okay, what's this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Let me see what this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is. Why is all your pentacles in reverse? Clairvoyance. You need to be able to see and discern. Trust your foresight that you are getting. Because if you don't, you're going to end up losing out on a lot. Yeah, see? The Seven of Swords. People are going to take, people are going to steal, they're going to take advantage of you. And it's just going to be a continuous process all over again. But you're cutting through those illusions. Positive side, Seven of Swords. You're cutting through those illusions. You're cutting through them. You see it coming because this is under the clairvoyance and the foresight. You see all this coming. Or you saw all this that was going to happen. So that's why you were able to come out of it so quickly, because you're like, I was told this. I was shown this. And for whatever reason, I still had to go through the experience. Why? You're going to find that inside out as well. That is the 5. You can relate clubs to Earth, which is Pentacles, so the 5 of Pentacles. There's going to be changes. Because of that, there's going to be all types of changes in your Pentacles. Because of everything that just, I don't know what that was. And the Ace of Swords, yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting cut out. That energy done. The Ace of Swords came out. I ain't going to pull no card, pull no more card on that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's what came out. No. You didn't cut that all the way out. You didn't cut that all the way out. And you're going to continue to, especially once you see the changes that actually started occurring in your 3D world. Because you pretty much decided to burn a bridge. It was like, oh, don't burn bridges. You might need it. You said, fuck that bridge. Ain't nobody got time for that bridge. It's a bridge made out of swords. A double-edged sword. So somebody was two-faced in a situation. Someone... For an emotional, it was the swords in the back. You got backstabbed. You got backstabbed. Because it's a shit ton of swords up here. And there's butterflies on that 6 of Swords in reverse as well. And it's winter time. So that death and rebirth, you're like, I don't need to go through this again. I've learned the lesson. I've gained the wisdom. I've gained the harness. I gained the... Okay, you gained the harvest. Okay, hey. You didn't gain the... Yeah, you sure the hell are with how this is coming up. Because you've had that spiritual completion to the point where you are able to foresee deception. People's masks. Your experience or experiences have allowed you to get to that point to be able to just easily. So yeah, know that everything that you went through and your experiences was not in vain, because it allows you to be able to get to the point to be able to see through bullshit, nonsense, chaos, and have this nonchalant attitude of, okay. And that's beautiful. That's literally the peace that surpasses all understanding. Literally. And you got the Ace of Swords. And no, you also have Archangel Michael with you as well. Archangel Michael, now that sword, Lord have mercy, that is a big ass sword. Let me tell you about it. It is huge. It is huge. It's beautiful though. Know that you are protected, you are guided, and the changes that are going to happen are to happen. Lord have mercy, we is at 40 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead. So we're going to pull one last card. All right. What guidance do you have For the collective, Father, Mother, God. Father, Mother, God, the Most High, etheric chords. Know that you have a spiritual family. You have soul tribe. You are not alone. You are definitely supported, especially while you go through these reflections that allow you to come to a spiritual completion for these tangible completions, materialistic and spiritual. Because yeah, spiritual tangibility. Because you think beyond, y'all. It's like, well, you can't touch it. You're touching it in the spiritual in the spiritual world. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dang it, over there now you're laughing. Etheric chords. And then also you are cutting those etheric cords that have drained you, breaking generational curses, breaking generational bonds, because you see a family there. You are breaking that, not just for you, but for those that came before you, those that are here right now, and those that are going to come eventually. And if you got kids, you damn sure doing it for your babies. You're like, y'all shouldn't even have to go through all this bullshit, because mama gonna tell you, or dada gonna tell you. So yeah, these cards don't come on in reverse. Mayat. Okay, make sure you are still and always keeping upright with your reflection, being completely honest with yourself. Because look, y'all, I keep telling people the hardest person for anybody to keep it all the way 100 with is yourself. Most people are, oh, your mama. Because that fear of, I'm going to get in trouble, get my ass whooped, especially if you came from the old school. But no, it's actually yourself. Like, well, can't lie to yourself. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. That's where delusions and illusions come into. That is a form of self-sabotage and imposter syndrome. That's where those stem from. Is doing that, lying to yourself. So make sure that not only are you treating other people with the, because I'm seeing the 42 laws of Mayat, with whatever philosophy that you go by to live your life by, the morals, the values, the foundation, the ethics, however that is, your belief system, your spiritual practices. Make sure that you are not only weighing that with others, but also weighing that with yourself. And you are weighing that with yourself, which is why you're able to be in a state of giving and receiving, and knowing what giving and receiving looks like. Because people are like, well, I have been giving. You ain't giving shit. What you give? My cup is empty. Your cup is full and overflowing. I'm over here thirsty and dehydrated. But yet you're giving. You're giving what? Dirt? Desert? Sand? The Sahara? Like dehydration? You're giving dehydration. That's what you're giving. You're giving dehydration. Sorry, y'all, I heard a gate, but I didn't hear my dog bark. So you're giving dehydration. That's what they're giving. So you know what a balanced give and take is. You know what mutual reciprocity looks like. You say that's exactly what we're going for right there. Yes, it is. Tanit, pleasure and pleasure. See, at the record, you breaking generational curses out here. You out here manifesting a balanced state of being, not just with others, but with yourself. And not just with yourself, but also with others by realigning yourself back with that. Because how this situation all played out, it's not that you actually had to learn that, but you needed the wisdom that you have now through the situation. You already knew, so you knew when it started to become unequal. But God works in mysterious ways. So you still had to go through that experience so that you can gain the wisdom and knowledge that you gain now. You might have went through it in the past, but maybe that past was just an awakening, an inspiration, a way to be able to get your clairvoyance, your clairs back online. A way for you to be able to learn, to be able to, you know what, let me go on the flow. Let me be able to release, and receive, especially on something that's emotional. Oh yeah. Your first like heartbreak. Oh, that shit is hard. It is difficult. And you do learn to trust yourself and interpret the situation from various angles. and being able to have that inspiration to keep going and move forward, because you have that faith that, you know, it won't be like this all the time. There is more to life. And I'm, you know, just saying, and I'm saying but I'm saying this as if I was you, the collective, and you're saying this to yourself, then, you know, I'm going to be good, because I know what I deserve. I know what will and can come to me in the future. As long as I maintain this, and I remember my higher self and who it is that I am, and being able to walk my life path, to be able to let go of and cleanse and receive and pay attention to my gifts and learn how to develop them and trust them, because it is breaking generational cords. And although I might go through some experiences that's going to be some bullshit, I know I'm going to be good, because somehow, some way, it's going to give me more clarity, reassurance, and a stable, sound footing on a foundation of a new beginning. Through it all. You know that when that happens, there's something good. Ooh, I'm hearing Marvin Sapp closer. I must be close to my victory. I must be close to my destiny, 'cause here comes confusion, chaos, and jealousy and envy. I must be close to what God has for me. Must be close. Okay, look, I was about to get into it real quick, y'all, because look, that's my song right there. Well, it's my mama's song, but it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. So yeah, you know, when all this happens, you are close. You are. You know that you're close, because the devil ain't gonna come and mess up nothing. It works kind of like karma do. So if you understand karma, Maya, you see that card that came out, you understand karma, then you understand how the devil works. Karma don't come when you are already down and out and going through some bad things, because you're not going to be able to learn. You're not going to learn that lesson. My karma's going to come when you are having the best of times. The best of times. It works the same way. The devil does the same thing. He ain't going to mess with you already down and out. You're already down and out. You just sit back and enjoy it and not have to do nothing. But when you're not, and you coming out, the thing about this is the devil thinks that you're still down and out and just so hurt and stuck and stagnant and all through this, because you're in hermit mode and you're sitting by the river with a Mona Lisa smile, and people don't know if you're happy, hungry, sad, excited. Hell, gotta go to the damn bathroom. People don't know. I don't know what that was, but I know y'all heard that. So let's go ahead. Yeah, the Two of Cups in reverse and the Page of Coins in reverse. You know how to. You're not moving naively through this. You are a seasoned vet. You done been through some things. You done been through some stuff. Do you see the stars and the stripes, the badges that have been earned, the war wounds? Do you see them? But they're not open wounds. They healed. You just see, the scar. That's it. It's just a scar. Like, ooh, does that hurt? It did when it happened. No, not no more. Like, you see, it's completely healed. No, but I do have the knowledge from it. I learned what to do, what not to do, how to trust, who not to trust, discernment, growth, awaken my gifts, skills, abilities. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. See, and it keeps coming out. All right, we're going to go ahead and in this. I truly thank y'all for watching the reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get these messages out here, because look, in the world we live in today, everybody tired of bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for this shit and this nonsense and stuff. We ain't got time for it. So look, we trying to heal, we trying to move on, we trying to grow, and other people gonna catch up. We just gonna keep on praying for them. and pray that one day they will. Maybe this lifetime, next lifetime. You know, we pray that it's this lifetime. We pray that it's soon. We want everybody to be happy, even the people that got that, did what they did. Because when you pray for other people's happiness instead of their downfall, even though you could still want them to get karma, but not for the, I want them to hurt. Yeah, you're going to feel that way. And that's okay too. Yeah, because you're hurt. Like, okay, keep on. You're going to turn to Sicily. Everything you touch shall crumble to you the right by me. Yeah, that's 100% natural and normal and healthy to acknowledge them. You just don't act on it. We ain't going to do that. We ain't got to do that. 42 laws of my yacht. We ain't got time. You don't want, like you said, we just spoke about karma. We don't want that. So, you pray for people. But, yeah, we trying to grow. We trying to move on. Because everybody's tired of the bullshit going on around the world. Not just in the personal lives, but on a collective level as a whole. We all know what's going on in the news. We all know the nonsense that we've been hearing, seeing, watching. Like, we really ready just to be like, look, all the people that's in Australia now, can we have that country back and just send all the crazy folks there again? Because that's actually how Australia got. There were, and there still are, native people there, but people used to send their criminals there because they didn't care about the people that were already there, apparently. But yeah, we've gotten to that point. Matter of fact, we don't want them on Earth. Can we just send them to another planet? But no, seriously, seriously though. Yeah, no, we just pray for them. But yeah, thank you for joining me for the reading. Like, share, and subscribe. Because, yeah, we tired of this. All right, y'all, till next time.